If you're planning a trip to Tonga in 2025, then let me tell you something. Tonga is very much a cash-based country. You need cash for almost anything. Food stores, the markets, taxis, you name it. But the question is, what's the best way to get your hands on Tongan pa'anga? Well, I tried 3 different ways. One of them went pretty smoothly, and 2 of them gave me a lot of drama. But the thing is, the smooth one isn't the one I'd recommend. So let me break it down. So the first way is to use your debit card or credit card at an ATM machine here in Tonga. They have a couple of different ATM machines. You have ANZ, and then you have a BSP ATM machine as well. And so you can just, in my case, I have a MasterCard, and so I can just go into the ANZ ATM machine and just withdraw cash from there. So here's how it went yesterday. Yo, we are here in the heart of Nuku'alofa, right in the middle of the city, in the town. We're at the ANZ Bank, so we're going to withdraw some money and then see what the rates are like. So what we'll do is let's get out 60, let's get a receipt. So you get charged a $12 pa'anga fee, and that's the equivalent of New Zealand 52. Cool, there's our 60. I withdrew 60 pa'anga, and that charged me 52 New Zealand dollars. Also charged a transaction fee of 12 pa'anga. And so the reason why I wouldn't select this as the primary method for exchanging money is because that 12 pa'anga fee is the highest fee of the 3 different ways of exchanging money that I've experienced. And the exchange rate is probably the lowest of the 3 ways that I would that I exchanged money. So for 52 New Zealand dollars, you get 60 pa'anga. That's not as much as the other 2 ways that I'm about to talk about. So yeah, withdrawing from an ANZ machine, that's one way you can do it. It's very quick, it's very convenient, but you are limited to ATM machines, which you don't have them all over the country. But if you're going to withdraw cash, I'd suggest doing a large amount so that you have all your money to spend, and then if you need some more, just get some more out as well. Okay, now the second method is probably the way that a lot of people traveling overseas would do, which is to go to the airport and use one of the money exchange services. So this sounds pretty simple, right? But here's where things can get stressful. One time I went to one of these services at the airport, and there can be long queues there. Now this time there wasn't really a long queue. There were two or three people in front of me, but the thing is, the person who was currently being served at the counter, they were taking ages. It must have been 20 to 30 minutes. We were standing there and I was looking at the people behind me, and the line hadn't really grown much. Maybe 2 or 3 other people were standing behind me, but the fact that this person was taking ages posed the risk of me potentially missing my flight. And actually it was getting close to my flight. I still wasn't at the counter. So luckily I was able to make it to the counter, get my money, and then go to the terminal to catch my flight, or to the gate rather. But that's one of the risks that you face going to one of these money exchange places at the airport. Now the second issue, which is what I encountered yesterday, let's have a look at on the video from yesterday. So as you come up the stairs here, it's just straight ahead. And there it is. So the first problem is all good. We don't have a line here. The second problem is if they have any money. Good morning. I'm wanting to get some Tongan cash, Tongan currency out. Do you have any Tongan currency available? Yes, pa'anga.
Sorry, we don't have.
Yeah, you finished? Would the other one have it?
No.
Really?
We don't have. We sold out.
Oh, you sold out? Oh, everyone must have come and taken it, eh?
Yeah.
Came too late. All good, no worries. Thank you. And there you go. That's the example. People have ran out of, people have come and used up all the money, and there is none left, which is all good, because we have a second solution once we get to Tonga. So it's probably better to prepare ahead of time before coming to the airport. But that's probably the most common way to do it. So you see, either you get there early so that you can get the money out before it runs out, and that is something real that can happen. The currency that they're wanting to exchange into, obviously the country that you're going to, there are going to be other people on the flight, so they're going to want the same money as well, and there's a potential of it running out, which is exactly what happened to me. And that posed the issue of me having no cash arriving into the country. So that's a huge problem. So what I'd recommend in that case is just do your money exchange a few days ahead of time, like just ahead of your flight. Just don't do it on the day, because that's the risk. So you either go to a bank or some external money exchange place somewhere in town close to you, and yeah, get your money ahead of time before you go to the airport. Now, the third experience is the one that gave me the most drama, which is what I experienced yesterday, and that's through using Western Union. Now, the thing is, Western Union actually has the best rates, exchange rates of the three that I use, and so I was happy to use them because I'll be getting the most money out of it. But yeah, let me explain what happened. So actually, let me describe the process of using Western Union, because I actually just registered for the first time online a few weeks ago so that I can exchange money to use here in Tonga. So the process is to register yourself online, and you can use some form of ID to validify yourself online. And so in my case, I used my driver license, registered myself online, and then it's as simple as just selecting the country you want it to send to and the country you're sending from, and then the amount that you want to send. And so in this case, the exchange rate was for $1 New Zealand dollar, you're getting $1.40 in Tongan, which was a lot better than the other two methods that I described before. So I exchange my money, do everything online. I receive a code that I'm supposed to give to the lady at the counter, arrive, and keep in mind, I've been to the money exchange spot in Auckland to get some money, and then they ran out of money, so I have no cash on me. I go to Western Union hoping to get some cash out, and what happened was, I get to the counter, I tell them who I am, who I'm here the name that I'm expecting to withdraw money as, which is Saya Tuitahi, my name, and the lady asked me for some ID. I give her my driver license. She looks at it, and then she asks me for a second ID. So I give her my passport, and she looks at it and she's like, "Do you have any ID with the name Saya Tuitahi?" Now my IDs, my two forms of ID, has my full name, so Saya Tuitahi. And so because the names didn't match, they wouldn't accept giving me the money because of the names not matching on the ID. Oh no! No! I transferred it as Saya Tuitahi. Can I change it? Because I transferred the money. Can I change it online? So go to town and get it there. So I can't change it online. Oh. So the lady says, you need to go into town. You need to call the Australian office from town, and then we can amend your name online, and then we can release the money to you. And I'm like, okay. How do I get to town if I don't have any cash? Okay, thank you. So there was another issue on top of it. So I go next door to Digicel, pick up a SIM card, log in online, and fortunately, the lady at the counter was like, "Who's picking you up?" Because I was pretty much the only one left at the airport. Like, it was obvious no one was coming to pick me up, and I was like, And I explained to her the whole debacle with Western Union. She's like, "Oh yeah, I'll offer you a ride to town because I got to go into the head office anyway, and then I'll come back to the airport later on." And initially I was hesitating because I was like, "You don't even know me, I don't know you." What? And I was like, "Nah, I need to go. I need to fix this Western Union issue." So thankfully she gives me a ride. We're on the way into town. She jumps on the phone and calls her auntie, and or some friend or relative, friend of a relative, and yeah, she explains to me that the lady will look after me in town. And on the way, I log in online to see if I can amend my name on the transaction that I'd made a couple of weeks ago. And I look at there's like these three dots to have a drop-down option to like amend the transaction. And then I realized, oh, you can cancel the transaction. So I was like, if I cancel it, will the money go through anyway? So I cancel it, and then the cancellation gets confirmed, and I'm like, oh, lucky. Okay, I can cancel it and then create a new transaction, and I can get the money back. Now the thing is, for your first transaction on Western Union, it's free. They don't charge you a fee. So unfortunately, when I created the second transaction, I had a fee charge, which was New Zealand, 6 New Zealand dollars. And again, so this is lower than the 12 Tongan baanga which I was charged, which is double the amount. Anyway, I process the transaction, and what happens is, when it says you want to confirm this transaction on the website, I select yes, and it sends me to my Westpac bank account app, and it sends me a verification code. But the thing is, the code went to my New Zealand number. I was like, bro, what the? So I'm not going to get a verification code because I have a Tongan SIM in my phone now, which is what I'm using data for. And I'm like, oh, I'll just cancel it on the Westpac app. So I press cancel, and then it returns me to the Western Union website, and then it says, okay, transaction completed instead of transaction cancelled. And it explains, like, this is the amount you transacted, this is the amount you'll get in Tongan baanga that it will be exchanged for. And I'm like, what the? Did it go through? I get an email confirmation while I'm in the car on the way to Western Union. Anyway, I get dropped off in town, go into Western Union, explain to her to the lady at the counter what happened, and I show her the email, and I'm like, but the thing is, I cancelled it on my Westpac app. Like, I didn't want the transaction to go through because I knew I wouldn't get the verification code, and I wouldn't be able to verify or authorize the money to go through. And the lady's like, oh, it's come through. What? Anyway, there might be something later on that I have to repay or do something, but I'm gonna stick with it. I got the cash out, and if I need to repay back anything and the money didn't get transacted from my Westpac account, then that's all good. I'll pay that back. But yeah, that was that was a drama from yesterday. Oh my gosh! So from having no money at the airport at the money exchange place that I went to coming to Tonga without any cash, and then getting bounced at Western Union, and then, man, trying to figure out how to cancel the transaction and go back online and transact it, and then realizing that, bruh, what a hassle. But anyway, if you're coming to Tonga, here's my advice. Yes, you can use the ATMs if you have the correct bank accounts, the correct cards to use with it. And it's convenient, it's easy, you'll get charged a higher fee each time you use it and a lower exchange rate. So that's the only reason why I wouldn't recommend it, because you're not getting as much bang for your buck, you're not getting as much cash for what you're exchanging. The airport exchange is risky. That was the only time it's ran out of money for me personally. In previous times it's been okay, but better to be safe and secure and exchange your money ahead of time somewhere else before coming to the airport. And with Western Union, it works really well, really good exchange rate, and to be honest, when I did the transaction online while I was in the car, it went through straight away, and so it transfers in minutes, and that's probably the way that I'd recommend. Now, there was one final way, which the lady from Digicel who took me into town was explaining, which is MyCash Digicel, which I'd never heard of before, but apparently it's quite a popular way for people to transact money and exchange money here in Tonga. So that's another way to look into. But that was my little cash adventure in Tonga. Hopefully you can avoid some of the mistakes that I'd made. If you found this helpful too, please consider liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing, and stick around for some more travel content from the Kingdom of Auckland. Peace.